Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. It's April 9th, 2026. I'm Rich Tola, and here's what's cooking for today. Number one, it's a good thing you're married. We're going to follow up on yesterday's show about cancer because there's a new study that says adults who never married, like myself, have a higher rate of cancer or some cancers. Number two, that child is expensive. Well, we're talking about raising a child now costs more than $300,000 through the age of 18. Number three, timing is everything. Talking about vitamins and supplements. When's the best time to take them? Let me tell you, I'm all wrong. I've been all wrong. But first, the ABCs, guys, all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet, very crucial to combating cancer. We talked about that yesterday. But how'd you do today, or how are you going to do today? For me, I got the three checks. Pain is still there, but powered through the workout. Got to do it. Some days you can power through. Ate the oatmeal today, guys. Oatmeal, peanut butter, a little coconut oil, apples. So got to build in the oat. I know the oatmeal kind of cleans out your veins, or that's what I was told by a friend of mine back in New Jersey. A nurse told me that. So once a week, I try to get in the oatmeal, and you should too. All right, let's jump right into this because yesterday we talked about 40% of cancers are preventable, right? And the pivotal pathways and the ways to disrupt them. You want to watch that show, go check it out. That's number 271. But here's this report. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. He did an analysis, he said, of more than 4 million cancer cases across 12 states. It shows unmarried adults, especially men, have significantly higher rates of several cancers. Yeah, this study was published in the Cancer Research Communication. You can look that up. So if you're not married, like I said, never been married, you need to pay close attention to the cancer risk factors. I mean, you really got to pay attention all the time and stay up to date with your health care. I mean, that's important. But why? Why did this happen? All right. It says, these are three reasons. It says married individuals have a stronger support system. Oh, that's positive. Greater economic stability. I guess overall they do. And more likely to adhere to cancer treatment regimens. All right. This study of more than 100,000 people, 4 million different cases. They did it from 2015 to 2022. All right. And they said that never married men, I'm in that category, 70% more likely to get cancer, and 5 times the rate of anal cancer. That's interesting. And for women, it's 85% more likely, and 3 times the rate for cervical cancer. Now, they say that has to do with the HPV infection. I mean, that goes way back in time, but these are numbers that you got to pay attention to. So it says the association between marriage and cancer, it gets stronger with adults over the age of 50. Well, that makes sense because of the support systems and each other, looking after each other. I know my parents, my mother helped my father along with his treatment. My mother didn't get any treatment. She was so far along that we talked about that yesterday. Both my parents died from cancer, but she was so far along. She didn't want to go through all that chemo. You know what they told her? They said, if you do nothing, you might live a year. Well, she lived 10 months. If you do something, go through all the chemo, you might live 2 years. She's like, I'm not doing that to get another year, ruin everything. All right, guys, it says as people age, the benefits of marriage may become more pronounced. All right, but here's the thing. This study has its limitations. They said people who smoke less, drink less, that's me, take better care of themselves. Hey, I'm drinking from the fountain of youth forever. They're more socially integrated and may also be more likely to get married. That's interesting. So, hey, take it for what it's worth, guys. But no matter who you are, you got to pay attention to your health. Of course, the ABCs. All right, number 2, that child is expensive. This is typical expense for couples, they say, earning over $100,000 a year. Now, this is a new estimate by Lending Tree. Kind of interesting. Puts the price tag of raising a child for 18 years at 303,418, over $300,000. It's about $17,000 a year. That's up 2% from last year. Now, here's the thing. In the first 5 years of a child's life, they said it's about $30,000 a year. So it's more costly in the first 4 or 5 years than it is. And look at this. The median sales price of a home in the United States is $356,000. So let me see. You want to have a child or do you want to have a home? I don't know. I've never had any children. I mean, I wish I did, be honest with you. But how about this? It says, this does not include a college education. Wow. Add another $150,000 to it. Yeah, the average cost of a college education per year is $38,000 a year. Well, I guess if you're not going to an Ivy League school, you got to quadruple that if you are. And how about this? These are the most expensive states. You got Alaska, Kansas, Montana, and the most expensive is Hawaii. Hawaii is the most expensive, over $400,000. Well, you know what I have to say? It's a good thing Dorothy left Kansas. Oh, Wizard of Oz. All right. Timing is everything. I like this article, Epic Health. I read this morning. What's the best time of day for you to take your supplements, your vitamins? Guys, I take a B12, I take a B complex, I take a D3, and I was taking a magnesium. I ran out of those. My friend, who's a doctor, said, yeah, she told me, don't worry about those, but the B12 and the B complex is important. So it says your body follows a natural daily rhythm, which it does, right? Clocks in the brain and in the organs, especially your liver, help regulate the digestion and how nutrients are used throughout the day. Pretty cool. So taking supplements at the wrong time, not good. Benefits drop. All right, so let's go through this. Here's what's best to take in the morning. You can look this up. It says the B vitamins, especially B2 and iron. But with iron, you don't want to drink coffee or chocolate. So I'm drinking coffee with my vitamins. So I'm going to change that up. When I take my Bs, I'm going to do the water and then do the coffee after. All right, with a meal, take it with a meal because they're fat soluble. Vitamin D, I didn't know that. I'm taking vitamin D. So what I do is I put them all in a cup, throw them down in the morning. That's wrong. I didn't know that. Omega-3 and vitamin D you want to take with a meal because they're fat soluble. In the evening, the B6, how about that? B2 in the morning, B6, folate, and vitamin C. I used to take a vitamin C. I mean, it's an antioxidant. I know it's good for inflammation. I got to get back on the vitamin C train. All right, yeah, I got to do that. And how about this? At nighttime, that's when you want to take the magnesium with food or a light. It says without food or with a light snack. How about that, guys? I was all wrong because you don't really reap the benefits. So pretty cool. And probiotics, for those of you who are taking probiotics, it says take it just before a meal. Or you could take it with a meal, but you want to be doing that. All right, guys. So that's all I want to talk about today. Hey, I want to give a rest in peace shout out. Davey Lopes, I don't know if you guys saw that. He played baseball. He was a 4-time All-Star with the LA Dodgers. He died at 80 years old. He just died at 80 years old. I mean, he used to love Davey Lopes. So anyway, give a shout out to him. And the Masters tournament begins today. Not a golfer, but for all you golfers out there, what an amazing time of year, right? All right, guys. As always, we got to respect the 3 Tola takeaways because the first one is about respecting the ABCs. You have to. You got to do it. I mean, that's what's crucial. Again, watch yesterday's show. We're talking about how these things, diet, crucial, plant-based, talk about that. Again, that's crucial. So do it. Number 2, pick up the phone, call somebody, spread your love, go visit somebody today. Number 3, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. Again, everybody's different. Doesn't mean they're wrong. All right, guys, have an awesome day. And as always, get your workout in. Peace.